works. It works very, very well, and maybe I should buy a manual gearbox and retrofit it into my car. Is that an idea? Hey guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. Now, as you can see behind me, we're not just joined today by my M140i, we also have another one as well. Now, this car belongs to a subscriber of mine, Jake, which is actually fitted with a very rare manual gearbox. And we all know that my car is fitted with the definitely more common ZF 8-speed, and I've never even seen a manual M140i, let alone driven one. So Jake, shout out to you. I'll introduce you to very shortly, who's going to run around the car, show me some modifications that he's done to it. But yeah, it's cool to have two M140i's together, socially distanced here in a random car park. Let's actually very briefly show you the gearbox, because I'm sure you're all eager to see it. Very conveniently with the window open, see it in there, lovely jubbly. Super excited to get behind the wheel of it and experience it for the first time. Good to see some similar modifications with the Maxton kit, bits and bobs like that. But yeah, the plan for today's video, I'll introduce you to Jake, the owner. We'll have a very brief walk around of the car, learn a little bit more about it. I do spy a Remus back box, which is very cool. Need that for mine. And then we'll hop out on it, go for a little cruise and see what it's like. So, another M140i owner on the channel. This is Jake, everyone. Thank you very much for bringing your car along. It actually looks really nice in white. I've never really seen one in white before. Now, you've done a few little bits to it, which, if you don't mind, have a little walk around and talk about it.
Yeah, sure. So, obviously, my favourite part of this, the carbon grills and the canards at the front.
Oh yeah, carbon canards, so you've got little bits of carbon going on.
Yeah. Hopefully, soon, have the whole set around.
The mirrors as well.
Yeah, the mirrors. But yeah, and also I got a Maxton version 2 splitter, which I think just tops it off. Hopefully, maybe, carbon fibre one day.
Oh, for carbon splitter?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Quite expensive.
yeah, and very risky.
A bit of a jump, yeah.
Yeah.
Scraping it all the time.
Yeah. Now we've got the stock wheels and stock mirrors, like we mentioned. Maxton side skirts as well.
Yes. Yeah, I got the whole job.
Whole job. Lovely.
I've also got the Stance Plus.
Ah, yes, same as mine.
Yeah. With a bit of camber at the back. I thought.
I'll show you. It actually sits really nicely. You've got spaces on it as well, right?
So maybe when I get rims like yours,
yep.
I won't have to have them anymore, but
yeah,
for the moment, I've got to make it look good.
Yeah, no, it does sit really well.
Obviously on the back as well, Maxton spoiler, and a Remus exhaust.
Remus, yes.
Yeah.
Now, there's a bit of story behind that, isn't there?
Yes.
If I'm not wrong.
It was very lucky that it actually came with it, and I didn't see it, because I bought it blind.
Yeah.
So, didn't even know anything about the car. There was only a back picture of it. One back picture of it, and it was very dark.
Yeah.
And only after I bought it, because I just couldn't find any manuals in the area, so I just thought, that's it.
Just gonna buy
the nearest one. Yeah. Which was white. And yeah.
It had the Remus on it as well.
Came to the door and the guy said, he messaged me when it came through and said, yeah, it's also been modified. It's got a Remus exhaust on it.
Sweet.
And I just went, saves me doing it. Saves
yeah,
spending...
you probably end up doing it anyway.
They're very expensive as well.
Yes, they are.
1,800 or something for the carbon version. So
no, it does look really cool.
It was like Christmas, really.
Yeah. Lovely. So it's just the back box, right?
Yeah. For the moment, maybe.
Yeah, for the moment. Yeah.
We can get there.
Yeah, but the car looks really cool, actually. I think definitely the party piece is the fact that it is manual. But before we hop on board, go for a nice cruise, there is some disclaimers to make, because obviously we are still respecting the social distancing guidelines, and I will be sanitizing the car and all the touch panels all the touch areas before and after I drive it. Jake, I think, will be in the back, yep. Which is going to be quite funny, chauffeuring you in your own car.
I've never been in the back before.
Well,
so.
there you go, there you go. Experience what it's like in the back. Actually, from what my girlfriend says, in that, it's actually really bumpy. Oh. So, sorry to break that to you. But yeah, no, we are obviously respecting all the guidelines which are in place as well at the time of me recording this video. But yeah, super excited to be given the opportunity to get behind the wheel of a manual M140i, see what it's like, see how it compares to my one, and well, see if I regret buying one with the auto. So yeah, let's set all the GoPros up, head on out, and go have some fun. So here we are, out in the car. Sport mode is engaged straight away. Apparently that's the best mode to make some noise. First time I've driven an M140i with the Remus as well. It's a lot deeper, but in terms of the clutch, pretty easy to use, pretty light clutch. The gearbox in places, mainly reverse, is actually a little bit notchy, but I think that's just a BMW thing. Just getting used to a manual again. But yeah, it sounds awesome, especially with the Remus. And I don't know why, it just feels completely different. Obviously I haven't by any means experienced what it's like full throttle at least, but the gearbox is easy to use. I think in sport mode, do you get auto rev matching?
Yeah, you do, yeah.
I was going to say, because I didn't press the throttle then. That's a pretty nice touch, makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, really bizarre to be driving an M140 with a third pedal. Oh, that auto rev matching is really fun.
Yeah.
Now Jake, like I mentioned earlier on, is in the back. What's it like? Am I being a good chauffeur?
Yeah. A bit loud.
A bit loud, yeah. So I suppose while we are just cruising along in a 30 zone at the moment, waiting to get to some bigger roads, nicer roads, faster roads, have you got any more plans for it?
Yeah, obviously I'd like to do all the carbonet steering and everything.
Yep.
I'd also probably like to do at least stage 1.
Yeah, pretty easy nowadays,
yeah,
isn't it?
it is. Plug in these days.
Yeah,
but yeah, definitely the new rims. Yeah. Your rims I want actually.
My exact ones. Yeah. I'm going to come back to my car in a minute and they're not going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, and probably the wrapped headlights and lower sort of side.
Yeah, on the side skirts as well. Yeah.
Not the stripes.
Yeah, not the stripes. Yeah, no, I think that's one of the first things you said to me. Like, I'm glad you got rid of the stripes. Thank you. But just first impressions, at least, of the gearbox, I just still find it really bizarre having a third pedal here, because the inside is all very familiar apart from the dash, because I believe this is a pre-LCI. It's just so bizarre, and I'm not sure how many exactly of these were made with the manual, but I'm pretty sure very, very few. Certainly the LCI models, I don't even think they do the manuals now.
I don't know. No, they don't actually.
They don't, no. I wouldn't be surprised, to be fair, because there probably isn't much of a demand for them, but at the same time, there is. Those who know will know how special this is. Now, you do have the intake, Motec intake, which is the same as mine. That's very familiar. Yeah, no, this is a lot of fun. I can't get over how much different the Remus sounds. It's a lot deeper than what mine is. Mind you don't know anything different because you've had it literally when it turned up at your house. Yeah,
I did test drive a automatic stock one, same colour, same as yours. Actually, that had the Maxton spoiler on it, which was funny. Just complete stock, but just had that on the top of it. But yeah, I had a go in that, and that it felt nice and everything. I was so close to actually getting that car. But yeah, then in the end I just went to the manual.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't blame you, because, well, if anyone else watching this has a manual M140i, then let me know. I wouldn't be surprised if we get no comments saying that, because I can't imagine there's very many around at all. imagine what this would be like on track. Presumably you haven't taken it on track yet.
No, I really want to go to Goodwood.
Yes, well actually between me and you and everyone watching this, track day videos is coming soon. I've booked a track day with the 140, so maybe if you want to come down, then by all means. That'll be a lot of fun. What I quite like is you do get a little bit of popping and banging on the upshifts, because with the auto you kind of just, it doesn't lift off the throttle. If anything, the intake probably sounds a little bit louder, which is interesting. Yeah, I don't know if that's just me or not, but yeah, it's just weird because when you're looking for differences, you notice even more.
Yeah.
Still very lively. I can tell this hasn't got the diff as well.
Yeah. I find that weird that that's only available on the autos.
Is it not?
It's only available on auto.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
It must be something to do with the drivetrain or connection or something, because I find that really bizarre.
Yeah. What's it like being in the back of your own car?
Yeah. A new experience.
Yeah. I'm starting to get used to this clutch now. I love that auto rev matching. It's almost like a Porsche.
Yeah, I did not know it even had it, and when I got into it I was like, wow.
That's exactly what I did when we went up to that traffic light earlier. Am I going the right way? Yes. Yeah. It was like, yeah, did I just auto rev match? Build the revs up. Solid car. I almost wish I got one in manual now, but obviously the LCIs I don't think you can.
Yeah.
It just feels, even just on these roads here, not on a track and not pushing it to its limits at all, it just feels so much more direct.
Yeah.
The steering and the gearbox almost seems better paired together, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But yeah, no, it works. It works very, very well, and maybe I should buy a manual gearbox and retrofit it into my car. Is that an idea? A very good idea, probably a very silly idea. But yeah, no, this is very cool to be able to experience this, because it feels so different. It almost doesn't even feel like a 140i because of that.
Yeah.
So a huge thank you to yourself for letting me.
Thank you for having me.
No, by all means, by all means. But I think as we are nearing back to my car, where we started off the video, I think I'm probably going to end it there. I want to minimalise sharing the same car, even though we are at a safe distance. So I will wrap the video up here. I will leave Jake's Instagram link in the description down below for you guys to go check out. If you want to know anything more about manual M140i's, then he is the man. But anyway, yeah, that's going to wrap things up for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe for all the adventures